Today we're going to have a look at level 17 in the Myths and Rails DLC of Train Valley 2. This one's called the Troll Gorge. We have 17 minutes. We have to earn a big old 2.6 million. We can't stop any trains. I generally find this one pretty tricky because you just got to make sure you're not making any sort of like timing mistakes. And in a game where you need to try and save as much time as you can, it's generally tough. So, we have workers down here that want 7 cows, 14 canned goods. One up here that wants 14 steel plates and 12 grain and 12 canned goods. Now, the first thing to take away from that is you can see these two are divisible by 6. Those are all divisible by 7. So we want to focus on these two first. We also have an A, B, C in here. And we can see that there's building there and there, which suggests that we're going to get 2 more. So we need to be ready for those. And what was the other thing that we need to do? We also have to pay. Get things from one side of the map to the other. So we do need a lot of money. But the first thing that I think we need to do is get this guy over here, running down here, and connecting him to grain. Because he needs 12 grain. And we need 12 canned goods, which require 12 grain, which also require 12 cows, which require 12 grain. So we need 36 grain. Get the ball rolling here. And what we'll do is we'll run this guy down the hill, connect him there so we can have C connected. Then with B, just going to run this guy around top. This is a level I've seen the start a lot of, and I haven't got to the end of it very much, or at all actually. Mainly because I either keep getting interrupted while I'm trying to do it, or I keep just having to stop trains. I'm just making a mistake in my timing there. Okay, so we don't need these two to get to each other. A doesn't have to get to B, to these workers, but he may have to get here, which means that eventually he'll come around and need to make a connection there. So we'll make that join, make this join to allow this guy to go that way, and then because we do need to get wheat over to this side of the map, we will make that join as well. So the first thing that we're going to do, because we're only starting with 4 trains, which is quite limited. I wonder if we should buy a train early, actually. I'm going to send 2 guys down here. And then what we're going to do is just get our demand up for trains. And we will send this guy here, because we'll just keep asking him for more trains. This will be our quick way of making early money. Get these 2 up there. We'll say again. All right, cool. And then we've got one for B. Okay, so now with these guys shifting to B, it means I can send more guys down here. Alright, we've got D now in the mix. We've got 60,000. So let's spin this guy up the hill. This guy doesn't need to connect to cows at all, so we can send him just straight down. Let's go to join in there. It's across there. So it means we can start moving this guy too. Like I said, we don't really have much in the way of available trains at the moment. We do want to let this guy keep going while he's getting things that aren't D. Usually, yeah, that next train's always D as soon as this guy shows up. Okay, so we're moving them along. We're using all our trains. Afford to send another lot of guys there, but we also want to send some guys, I guess, up this way. We don't need them yet. We actually need the grain, probably. It's a higher priority. We'll send him, and we'll send this guy down to here. Then I guess we can use 2 trains to these guys up. Could send these guys if someone arrive. I'm going to buy that 5th train. I think that we don't want to spend too much time waiting around, losing time in this early part of the game. Okay, so the next thing that we need is this over here. Now, unfortunately, I've got these guys on a huge demand of those 36 wheat. But it is those guys that I also need to use here, because I can't justify the cost of having to send guys from here through that to here. So we've currently got 16 and 14, which is what, 30? 30, so we only need 6 more guys to go down that way. So let's send them. That's at least initially. We're going to need more than that long term. But that's the first lot. Okay. We can send some guys from here and there just to get them moving. Okay, we need to get this wheat moved too. So it's the first 2 lots. But I mean, pretty soon after we can send the other 2 lots, so we can just have this quick moment of just flowing all the wheat through to the other side of the map. We don't need this 12 wheat for a little bit, because we need to be able to get electricity going. Okay. So this guy's going to the wrong place, but you can't stop the trains, but you are allowed to have them turn around. So this guy will go in here incorrectly. He'll come back out. The problem is that this guy and this guy are a chance to now reach him. So here's another little trick that you can do. We can say pause the 2 of them, and we will give this a brief moment, and then we'll say go. What we did is we didn't stop those trains, we slowed them down. And because there's still not enough room here, we'll tell those 2 to slow down again. Slow down, and we'll tell them to go. And there we go. We've created enough of a gap that we're able to get through. And we're only just going to be able to afford the 3 of these running through that. Alright, we'll send this guy after him. He can go in there. Just got to keep our eye on this, because we need to flick that as soon as this guy's gone past. We have a very small window to do that in. It's there, so we turn him. Okay, next up we want to send 12 guys from here down here. We'll just make this run down the hill and in there. While those guys are in there, let's send this guy down in here, and then we'll follow him up with those 2 so we can clear 2 of the trains that are sort of traveling a longer distance out. So what we also want to do is get this bridge built. Luckily that's not a very expensive one. Take that down there, run them down hill and join them there. We can then tell 12 guys to go there while we've got the available resources. And we will tell this guy to go as well. Then what we'll do is send 12 guys from here back down to the grain. Although that doesn't work as well because we're now wanting to deal in lots of 14. Maybe let's send those guys and then just whatever's left behind them too. Oh, he's going the wrong way. So this is going to cause an issue. Actually, I suppose he's going to be going long enough that he'll just turn around and come back, go the right way. We'll just have to create that third corner there to make sure he goes that way. Okay. So let's get these guys off and running. Get them in here. And let's get these guys moving over. Because we need money now. We need 200,000 to open up this electricity. Right, so we've got those guys down. We're waiting on this guy at the moment, so we can send this guy through to here. But he'll get in there. He's worth a fair bit. That's what the one lucky thing about this is that it's 30,000 that we lose there, but we still gain 24,000 on his arrival. That's not too bad. Then what we'll do is we'll send 12 grain this guy needs over to him. Then send this guy down over here. Send this guy out, because it seems like we're about to run out of available time to move our letter trains. This guy up here, and then we'll send the E train after him. Okay, we still need money. Let's send some guys just to make a little bit of money, which will be, we'll send some guys up to the cows. I realize we're about to get money with these guys here and with this guy, because I've already paid the 30,000. I haven't got the 50,000 yet, so actually a big boost I'm about to see. Cool, so what we'll do is we'll buy that. We will then this tiny little bridge and run him down the hill, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy about that. He can just connect in there, because no one has to travel up here. Nothing's required for that electricity. It's just once we've got it, it's got. Okay, once this guy goes past here, what we will do is we will send some guys down this way. This is probably where we want to start considering our upgrades, that we want to get some trains that are 7-seaters. Because we now want to be operating in lots of 14. This is the last thing that we need, these two lots of guys getting down here. Once they've arrived, then we're good. I wonder how much this gets us. This isn't going to make that divisible correct at all, but send this guy down here. Let's get these guys moving. And we will then send this guy out, because we've got the available space to move him down here. Right. Okay, so now we need a train to be free. Oh, he went the wrong way, but luckily no harm, no foul. He just turned around. This guy will come in behind him. Okay, then what we want to do with our new lot of money, first thing is demolish this building and get this guy down the hill. He shouldn't need to go to see B at all, so he'll just be that one point of connection. And what we will do is send these 36,000. So there is very little money in the initial drop of these. That's a very important thing to think about here, the very initial part. However, we're gaining 6,000. Need someone to move that's not going to be in the way. Which I think is going to be this guy. Let's oh, we can't afford to do that. This guy's going to arrive. It's going to gain us 24,000. This guy passes through here. He's going to need. It's going to be this guy. I think we have to send. Only got 9 more of those trains. And again, I've not been paying attention and let a guy go to the wrong spot. Gotta hope that this guy's not going to get down here sooner than this guy is going to pass through. Should be fine. And we can always slow this guy down if we need to. Okay. So, next up, what do we need to do? Like I said, we need to be dealing in divisibles of 7, sort of from here on out. So we want to start to upgrade some trains. This is where we're gonna, this guy should just tick, I think probably, hopefully 6,000 per, that's what we normally see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend the money to see that this guy's now 28,000. So the loss of moving this guy is nowhere near as bad as it was. Now just a loss of 2,000, but we do gain money towards our earnings. We do have to factor this in, though, that we are going to have trains that are more expensive that are moving around. But for every one of these that we move, I now want to upgrade them before we send them on their way. So this guy's on his way. We can send this guy. At least these guys aren't going to be running into I see they're not going in the same direction as each other, I guess basically is what I'm saying there. Alright, cool. So this guy's now we can move with 14s as well. I can't move him through here unless I've got $30,000. So I kind of need someone to arrive first before we make that move. So let's send one of these smaller trains up here to there because we just need that to be full 14. Whatever's going to come next is going to be 14, so we may as well do it. Great, we've got that one upgraded. So we can send this guy, we've got the money to send him to. And we will gain money on his arrival, which is always nice. Send other guys straight after him. Okay, then let's send some guys down here. Basically, we want to send 3 lots of guys down there. Those 7-seater trains. And we can upgrade that guy, so now all of our trains are upgraded. We can buy more trains. We just need to make sure we've got like $90,000 before we do it. Alright, so I've got to remember these are long trains too, so I don't want to be too quick to send a guy after him. Okay, so that'll be him full up on his 21. And going in after there. So now we should just be in the money. Send this guy on. Okay, now what we're going to do is move this out. Just get this done. So that we can then have nothing left from that first round of connections we've been doing. And then they'll cost me to go through here. It seems like I'm taking a loss, but that's just because this should have been 2 6 trains normally that I would have sent to do this job. Okay. So let's send 7 guys over here, since that part of the road's available. Good, they're going the right way. Okay, now let's have a look at what else we need. We need 7 cows. We need 14 of that. So we need 21 more cows. So the first thing that we will do is then send one of these over all the way up here, there. I say we'll send 1, but we will directly send 2. Now, once these guys are up and past this point, we are going to send our D trains over as well. And we will just have them all jump onto the back of this long train of commute. So, as soon as he gets past here, got to make sure our timing is generous because we don't want to pause anyone. And then that guy's faster than this guy, so we can send him definitely. Let's just hit plus, just make sure we don't get any extra Ds on any of that. Don't. They're done, so then those 3 go through there in peace. We'll then send this guy down and get him out of the way. So we've got another available spot. Okay. So then what we want to do is send more guys down here. We want that to be at capacity. We really want to be sending anyone anywhere that they'll take them. So let's buy another train, because we basically just want as much stuff moving as possible. These guys aren't our big money makers and our workers, but everything helps. Okay, so we've got 2 E trains. Is that what we want them to be going? Probably want to get more wheat over here too. I've only just noticed that I can do... Can I run that across there? No, that is on a hill. Alright, good. I was about to think I'd gone crazy that I'd somehow missed that. I haven't missed... I can do that though. Alright, so let's add that to our set up. Because then what we can do is save a whole lot of time. This means now we've got to wait, because otherwise we'll get there too efficiently. That actually means I can even just completely skip this thing, but I don't think it matters. Do that, though. Give us the option. Okay. So look at where we've got everyone going. Good. Let's send 2 guys from here straight up and around here. I guess that's a good thing to remember for next time if I do have to play this again. It will ensure that I have more money early. I'm not having to spend it on this axe. We will send these guys down just to make our extra money on this. He's going to go the right way, or the 2 of them are going to go the right way. Like I said, we don't take a hit to our money traveling through this, so it doesn't really matter if we use it. It's just about the money made, and now we've got so much money where don't have to really worry about it too much. Okay, so those guys in there, we'll then follow them up with these guys to get in there. Okay, let's send this guy here. We'll follow him up with that one. Them out of the way. We've got all of those trains spoken for, so that's now just clearing them out, clearing them up. Actually, I've got no way to make this guy just sort of run into that. So I can somehow turn him around. Like I can. Almost. He's still gonna have to go down that way. That's okay. Alright. So we want to start moving these guys as well, because they're worth good money. Get those cows moving over here. So importantly too, we want to make sure we've got 14 guys ready to come in the join this one. We need 14 steel plates. So when we make these, those steel plates there, we've got to make sure we send up here, as opposed to just sending in there to make our next lots of canned goods, because we won't be able to send our canned goods anywhere else after these 14. We need to get our last lot of cows up here too. Still have 5 minutes. He's going up there. He's far enough that we can follow him up with these guys. Just for the sake of putting someone somewhere. Let's send these guys down here. Let's pay for the privilege of every train we can have. And we've got to move those C and D trains out. So, he's heading up there. We'll send that guy up after him. Send this guy that way too. And then while we've got this brief lull, we will send that C train all the way around here. We'll send $14,000 worth of corn in here. Send these guys down to the sea the other way. Let's send just more guys down there, I guess. The spirit of putting guys where they'll fit. Let's send some guys in here. Send that in behind them. And we'll send lots of guys in here. Now that is all of our alphabet ones done. They're all where they need to be. I was going to say what I'll do is I'll move my cows down and park them here. And just have them ready to go as soon as we're running out of time. But I realize that that's not a good idea because we need to... we can't stop a train, and that would be a really heartbreaking way to go. So let's move. I'm going to move these guys first because I know their value is a little bit more definitive, and it means that we can get more stuff building over here. Get it delivered and get them use the space. And in the same way, we're going to send these 14 guys up here. Have a look. We're at 2 million. That's 100,000 right there that we're getting. I probably should have sent those guys first because they're the ones that actually have to chip away at how much they're going to earn me. That's our 14 cows. So those cows are going to be the ones that we wait on at the very end. Well, sorry, we used 7 of those at the very end. Got to make sure I don't forget that and accidentally send too many cows over here. With those guys gone, we send these guys down. They're going to end up over here. Okay, let's just again move some people. So we'll get these guys in here. Let's move some guys from here down there. Actually, let's move those guys up there just because there's available room. So it is just the 7 cows that we're waiting on. We've got to that we can put anywhere. Let's send these guys over here. Hopefully these guys do a nice job of just sort of chipping away at what we've got. Let's send some cows in here. That's enough of a buffer that we can send these guys in that there won't be sort of stuff lost as they arrive. We want all that money. Moving those cows too means it allows us to have more cows space open and get more wheat delivered somewhere. That's our motive doing there. We will then send some guys in behind that, and we will send some more guys down here. Let's keep an eye on what we've got. We need 200,000 more. That's a nice little gain for that. So immediately on these arrivals, firstly, let's send some more cows down here because we've got enough that we can still use the 7 sitting there. We're going to send these guys on to arrive over here. How much was that worth? Well, let's get them moving sooner rather than later because we may as well take the money over waiting for sort of like trying to amass anyone anywhere else. The only reason I'm reluctant to send guys down there is I don't want to have that cow not ready to go when he's needed. This guy's slowly accruing me 6,000 per tick. He's going to also hit me with 42,000, which will take me up over 500,000. I've then got this 28,000 come in. So let's send this guy down here because this is going to be real close. We want to make sure that we've all factors in. Send this guy up here. Because I don't really want to wait much longer than now to go with this guy. But if I'm wrong, then I'm going to lose anyway. I think this guy's going to tick me over the edge. I think. Oh, this is tight. Okay. Let's send that one train as well, because we're going to go everything matters. I'm going to send this guy. $70,000. 50,000. We don't have it yet. I've already got that train on the move. Okay, so that guy I'm going to send in there. This guy I'm going to send, because if he can get in there, it will also be enough. Means I've got to wait for this cow to be made, and the second he's ready, he's got to go. He runs. It's basically every tick of that we're sweating on now. So we need 35,000 more. The cows are worth 18 of that 35,000. In fact, I need 9. It's not all the cows. I need that cow too. So I'm a cow short. But it means I can manage this train. Get behind this guy. 40,000-ish. 6 of that are really going to come into play. Is there anyone I can send anywhere that's short? Not really. So it's like one and done guys there. So it's going to rely on this guy getting in. Make sure we turn that correctly and we don't accidentally sink ourselves on the last train. So this guy has to beat him. So let's do our little slow down trick. Now this guy coming to a complete stop, because if he does come to a complete stop, we're cooked as well. Goes running again. I'll slow down, speed him up, and we have 30 seconds for him to get in. Should, I mean, since because he'll terminate because he's only one carriage. He'll terminate quicker than the other guy. Let's tell him to go. That should be enough. Woohoo! 5 stars. Alright, there we go. So funds definitely low. Game time definitely slow. Real time, I'll hang my hat on that one. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But until next time, catch you later.